Most people think they know what Netflix is. It's the app you open when you're bored. It's the place for Stranger Things or a true crime documentary. But as of this week, that Netflix, the one you thought you knew, is gone. Yesterday, December 17th, the board of Warner Brothers Discovery sent a shockwave through Hollywood.
Warner Brothers Discovery says it is advising shareholders to reject a $108 billion hostile takeover bid from its rival Paramount Skydance.
For $82.7 billion, Netflix is trying to pull off the largest cultural heist in history.
Netflix made a compelling offer. It was heavy in cash, certainty of close, a high termination fee.
Imagine one single company owning the rights to Batman, the entire world of Harry Potter, the secrets of Middle-earth, and the prestige of HBO. Now imagine that same company also owning the studios that made Mortal Kombat and the library that holds The Wizard of Oz. But here is the mystery. Why did the owners of these legends choose a lower offer from Netflix over the massive cash bid from Paramount? What does Netflix know about the future of your TV that no one else does? Today, we are going inside the vault. We're going to show you the loot Netflix stands to secure, the hidden gaming empire they're about to inherit, and why this deal isn't just about streaming, it's about who gets to control your imagination for the next century. If you've ever wondered what the end game of the streaming wars looked like, you're looking at it. To understand how we got here, we have to look at the math because it reveals a brutal truth about the future of media. There are two offers on the table. Paramount Skydance, backed by the Ellison family and Middle Eastern wealth funds, offered $108 billion for the whole company.
By every metric you can look at, we believe that our offer is superior to shareholders.
Netflix offered $82.7 billion for part of it. In a normal world, you take the $108 billion, right? But the Warner Brothers board just called the Paramount offer illusory. They don't believe the money is fully guaranteed, and they're terrified of the debt Paramount would pile onto the company. Netflix, however, brought something better than just cash. They brought certainty. Netflix has put down a $5.8 billion reverse breakup fee. That is the largest penalty in history. It's Netflix telling the world, we are so confident the government will approve this that we'll pay you nearly $6 billion just for wasting your time if we fail. But look closer at what Netflix didn't buy. They didn't want the cable channels. They didn't want CNN, Discovery, or HGTV. Under their plan, those channels get spun off into a zombie company called Discovery Global. Netflix is cherry-picking. They're taking the high-calorie prestige content, the movies and HBO, and leaving the dying cable networks to fend for themselves. This is the first time a major player has officially signaled that cable TV is a junk asset. Netflix is only interested in the stuff that lives forever. So, what's actually in the vault? If this deal closes, Netflix becomes the owner of what we call modern myths. Up until now, Netflix had Stranger Things, but they didn't have a universe. Disney has Marvel and Star Wars. By picking up the Warner Brothers film studio, Netflix just inherited the DC multiverse. We aren't just talking about a few movies, we're talking about 30,000 characters. James Gunn is currently building a new connected DC universe, starting with a new Superman. If this deal goes through, every single one of those movies and every spin-off show will now be a Netflix exclusive. But it gets bigger. They get Harry Potter. Netflix would own the rights to the 8 original films, the Fantastic Beasts franchise, and the massive 10-year Harry Potter TV series currently in production. For a streaming service, Harry Potter is the holy grail. It's a franchise that ensures millions of families never hit that cancel subscription button. Then there's Middle-earth. With The Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit libraries now in the vault, Netflix becomes the undisputed destination for high fantasy. But wait, there's a crown jewel: HBO. For 40 years, HBO has been the gold standard. The Sopranos, Game of Thrones, Succession. Netflix has always been the king of quantity, making 1,000 shows to see what sticks. HBO is the king of quality. By merging the two, Netflix solves its biggest problem: prestige. They would own the shows that win the Emmys and the movies that win the Oscars. They aren't just buying content, they're buying the cool factor. Now, here is the part of the deal that the news blogs are barely touching, but it's arguably the most brilliant part of the whole heist: the gaming division. For the last 3 years, Netflix has been trying to become a gaming company. But let's be honest, their games have mostly been simple mobile apps. With this deal, they just bought Warner Brothers Games. They didn't just get titles, they got studios. They would now own Rocksteady, the geniuses behind the Arkham series, NetherRealm, Mortal Kombat, and Avalanche Software, Hogwarts Legacy. Imagine the power of this. Netflix can now release a new season of a Harry Potter show, and on the same day, release a Netflix edition of a Hogwarts Legacy expansion that you play directly on your TV through the app. This is what tech people call the flywheel. You watch the show, you play the game, you buy the merchandise, and you never leave the Netflix ecosystem. They aren't just a streaming service anymore. They are a multi-billion-dollar gaming publisher that now competes with PlayStation and Xbox. There is one more thing in the vault, and it's the most sentimental part of the $82 billion price tag: the Turner Classic Movies library. Netflix would become the owner of The Wizard of Oz, Singin' in the Rain, Citizen Kane, and Casablanca. For years, film purists criticized Netflix for being disposable. They said Netflix made movies that were meant to be watched once and forgotten.
Netflix needs a theatrical component. When a film is in theaters, its visibility is higher, it's got more cachet.
By acquiring this library, Netflix is making a statement. We are the guardians of cinema history. And they're backing it up with a promise that shocked everyone: the theatrical commitment. To get this deal past the finish line, Netflix promised to keep Warner Brothers movies in theaters through 2029. They're not killing the movie theater, they're using it.
And then we intend to run those businesses exactly like they run today. So Warner Brothers movies coming out in cinema, then released through HBO and through their various output deals around the country, around the world.
They've realized that for a movie like Dune or Batman to feel like an event, it needs that big screen magic. Netflix is moving from being the company that destroyed the old Hollywood to the company that is now running the old Hollywood. They've gone from the rebel to the king. So, we have to ask ourselves, what happens next? The streaming wars as we knew them are over. We're entering a world dominated by the big three. Disney owns your nostalgia, Amazon owns your shopping, and Netflix now wants the very library of human imagination. But the deal isn't final yet. The board has made its recommendation, but the shareholders have until January 8th to decide. If they choose Netflix, the vault is full, and the map of entertainment is redrawn forever. But I want to hear from you. Does it worry you that one company might hold the keys to so many of our favorite stories? Or is this the all-in-one dream we've been waiting for? If you could only keep one of these libraries, DC, Harry Potter, or HBO, which one would it be? Drop a comment below, and let's talk about the new era of Hollywood. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next deep dive.